So your name, sir, can you please state your name? I'll have it on camera anyway, but let's see. Your name is... I can't see your name. Doucette?
You can't record this because it's
Okay, well
security.
I won't record that then, but your name is Doucette.
Sarge, if you got a detective,
Am I being detained or am I free to go? Am I being detained or am I free to go, sir? Am I being detained or am I free to go? Can you
when I decide to answer that question, I'll answer it, all right?
Okay.
You don't tell me what to do. You
Okay.
understand that?
Well, with all due respect, sir, you are the police.
That's right.
Now, remember, unless you have suspicion of a crime, it is illegal to detain someone. Brown v. Texas, Terry v. Ohio. Okay. Any particular reason why?
Why what?
Is there something behind? Well, it would certainly seem that way. Yeah, that would be pretty bad if that car was stolen, wouldn't it?
Is that your car?
I don't know, is it? You tell me, sir.
It's not registered to you.
It's not registered to me?
No.
How do you know? You haven't seen my ID. Good point, good point.
You're pretty smart.
Thank you, I appreciate that. Well, I don't really think I'm going to stay here at Bayswater any longer, so I'm going to start packing up my equipment. Okay. Alrighty, just get my tripod here. Let's see. They're talking right now. I can't make out his name badge, but hopefully we'll be able to see it on camera. Am I still being detained, sir, or am I free to go? Sorry if I'm not speaking loud enough. Am I still being detained, sir, or am I free to go?
You haven't been detained yet, but you're not free to go.
Okay, well...
Because I'm investigating a crime.
What crime are you investigating, sir?
Suspicious person in a private park.
Okay, what statute is suspicious person in a private park listed under? Can you tell me that,
I'm
sir?
investigating a crime, so
Okay,
I can't
what...
tell you anything right now.
Actually you do, sir.
No, does it involve you? I don't know, because you haven't identified yourself.
That's not...
Okay,
Am I...
smart man?
Sir,
Okay, smart man?
can you please be less condescending? Ooh, let's see what that is. Turboprop. Okay. Anyway, I'm sorry for the interruption. Is Massachusetts a stop and ID law, or stop and ID state? Maryland is. Maryland, well actually I think that law was struck down, but in stop and ID states you are required to identify yourself as a police officer. However, last I checked, Massachusetts is not one of them. So unless you have suspicion of a crime, which gives you the right to detain you.
You have suspicion of a crime. Report a suspicious party here.
Okay, what statute is suspicious party listed in? You're the police officer, sir. Aren't you supposed to know the law?
Figure it out.
Well, if you are not going to tell me, I am going to assume that I am free to go, and I am
And I'm
going
going
to
to tell you you're not free to go.
Well, you haven't. Well, in that case, I'm going to call my lawyer, okay?
Call him. Call him.
Because I do not wish to be.
Call him.
I do not wish to be
Call
questioned
him.
any
Don't
longer
threaten me.
without
Call him.
my attorney
Pick up
present.
the phone and call him.
Okay. Well, I'm just going to put my stuff down over there. Excuse me, sir. May I ask why I'm being detained?
Because this is a private property. It's owned by Massport.
Okay.
Did you know that? Did you get permission to come on the property?
There were no trespassing signs telling me otherwise. Now, if this officer had informed me of that, I would have gladly left with no trouble.
Okay.
No, I asked for your identification.
So we
I
just want to
didn't
know
ask
who
you
you
to
are.
leave.
We didn't ask you to leave.
I didn't ask you to
who
leave.
are.
I want to see your identification.
But if it's private property, then shouldn't I just leave?
Well,
No,
but the thing
you
is
gotta
that don't you
identify
ask?
first.
Why do you have to identify me? Do you suspect me of a crime?
Well, we want to know who you are. Coming
But
on people's
can you
property.
answer the question, please? Do you suspect me of a crime?
Yeah.
What crime?
Trespassing.
Trespassing.
Okay.
Trespassing. You show me that you're the
Trespassing.
you show me that you're the owner of this property, and I'll say you want trespassing.
Okay. Well,
Show me that you're the owner of this property, and I'll say you're not trespassing.
the issue is unless
you show me
are,
you're the owner of that car, and I'll let
me,
you get in that car. You're not getting in it till you're the owner.
Can you please let me finish, sir?
No. No.
Why not?
Because you don't let me finish any of my questions.
I would gladly. Okay, finish a question here, and I will gladly let you finish.
Let me see your identification.
No.
May I see your identification?
No, sir. I would rather not. Am I doing anything that requires me to show you an identification?
Yes, you're trespassing.
Okay. So, is there a law that specifically states that when you trespass, it's okay as long as you show your ID?
Yes. No. There's a law that says that I can determine if you're trespassing.
So,
or whether you have permission or not to be
so
here.
you haven't yet determined that I'm trespassing?
No, because you haven't given me your license.
Sir, we have to identify you, who you are, right?
Okay.
To say, okay, you've been trespassing and you've been warned that you're trespassing. You understand
Okay.
that?
We get a list of people
we
who've
get a
already
list,
been
and we
warned.
put you on the list,
Okay.
right? That you've been warned that you're trespassing, so you come aboard.
We
Next time
can't
see you
check
around
that
here.
list unless we
Now,
see your ID.
now we say, yup, we stop. Subject A, blah, 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 his name so-and-so, blah, 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 he lives in so-and-so.
Okay.
Okay, and he was warned on this date, blah, blah, at this time.
Okay.
And then we'll see you again. We place you in arrest.
Okay.
in arrest.
Well, I'll just gladly leave, and I won't
Okay,
come back if it's
but
private
but the
property.
thing is that since
When we see
you already
your
trespassed, we have to
identification.
identify who you are.
No, you
You
don't,
understand that?
sir. If honestly, I'm going to be honest with you, sir. If you required my ID and you had the legal right to take it, you would have arrested me by now. Obviously, you haven't arrested me. You have no probable cause. You have no reasonable suspicion. No reason to stop me. You have no reason to detain me. Are you the supervisor?
I'm not the supervisor.
Can you get a supervisor here, please?
He's en route, so you have to wait till he
Okay.
shows up.
Okay.
All right.
If it's okay with you, I'm going to go sit over there because it's the shade.
Would you
and I'm
sit right
gonna
here?
get... No, sir.
You were already trespassing. Might as well just stay here.
Okay.
All right.
Well, if it's okay, I'm getting sunburned, and I would like to move into the shade, just under that bush. Is that a problem?
No, you can sit right there.
Yeah,
Sit right there,
just so I don't get sunburned, I would appreciate that. Now we're moving over to the bush here. We have a, oh, what's your name, sir? Officer Chan? Is that your name? Thank you. Looks like that's your name tag.
Yes, sir. Yep.
Thank you for identifying yourself. All right.
Now everybody knows everybody except for you. We don't know who you are.
Well, with all due respect, sir, governments don't have rights. People do.
People do on their own property, but not when they're trespassing on other people's property.
What about public property, sir?
It's not public.
Okay,
Unless you have permission to be there.
were there signs
You have a
indicating?
reason to be there.
Were there signs indicating it was private property, sir?
Look at-
Yes, sir. Can you respond over to a code 16?
This could have been real quick and
Airport
easy.
Way,
If when I come up to you, if you just said,
Hotel Drive
here's my
intersection.
identification.
Also-
Let me check and see if you are on the trespass file.
It also could have been really quick and easy if you just saw what happened. I mean, I'm assuming that gentleman called me in. I mean, that's a pretty safe assumption. Could have also been really quick and easy if you just looked over here, saw that I was doing nothing more than legally taking pictures, and then was on
No,
your
it's
way.
not illegal to take pictures of the airplane.
Yes, it is, sir.
No, it's
Did the
not.
First Amendment suddenly evaporate?
No, it's not legal to be taking pictures
What
of the
what law
airplane.
am I breaking by taking pictures of the airplanes?
I'll explain it to you.
Oh, because why not just explain it to me now, sir?
Because why not just give me your identification?
Why can't you answer the
Why not
question?
just
Why?
give me your identification?
Lithuania. There we go. I like shooting those. That is not exactly a common airplane at Logan. And it's fun to see airplanes that are not regularly
What?
at
I can't
Logan.
hear you.
It's fun to see airplanes that don't regularly visit Logan.
That
You
one
know.
comes in every day.
Well, every day,
Probably
but I
twice
mean
a day.
every day, but I mean not quite as common as say JetBlue, Southwest. You know, the regular visitors.
Yeah, it is fun.
See? There we go. Alrighty. So this detention has been going on for about 11 minutes now. I stopped the clip before, so it's probably a little longer than that, but I am sitting here under a bush. I just don't want to get sunburned, and there are two police officers, as well as what appears to be a concerned citizen here, that are holding me hostage. So I will just wait here. I've been informed the supervisor's on his way. I got nothing better to do today, so I'm not going to leave. So that car is Massachusetts State Trooper 126 Foxtrot. Oh, we have another police officer that looks like he has shown up on the scene, and they are discussing my fate, I would presume. Well, let's see what happens here. And just in case anyone's wondering, there were in fact Absolutely zero no trespassing signs or signs informing that it is private property. This Bayswater Park is actually, I believe it's owned by the Commonwealth, but it's a publicly open park. So if the officers say otherwise, they are not telling the truth. And if that sign was just a sign that said no dogs or smoking or something. But there were no signs indicating that it was a restricted area. So any trespassing charge they tried to slap me with will not hold up in court, fortunately. Zoom in on that guy there. He looks a bit older. Maybe he will talk some sense into the other officers. Well, let's see what happens. Dude looks kind of pissed off. I don't know what he's pissed about though. He seems to be angry. Maybe he called me in. No, he did call me in. That's right. I mentioned that before. Oh well. Never enough of people who don't mind their own business in this world. Hard to tell what that is. Am I still being detained, sir?
Nope, go right ahead.
Free to go?
Yeah.
Thank you. Glad we got this misunderstanding cleared up. Appreciate you coming down here and clearing this up. Thank you. Have a good one. And the state police have officially released me after about a 20-minute detention. Now off to get some food. That made me hungry.